Central Europe is and was always special as it was underdeveloped compared to Western Europe. So, and it is a supplier of Western Europe, supplier of Germany. So we have probably in Central Europe a double positive effect, which is supply and moving from Western Europe to Central Europe of businesses, of occupiers. And the second thing is obviously current growth in e-commerce locally, but also internationally. Before, Central Europe was a service provider production-wise.
I've always believed that. I was a very big believer in the Central Eastern European real estate market, and I've been doing this business for a long time. Why do I think that? It's because these are markets that are not oversaturated. The product that can be found can still be very, very good. The yield levels provide returns that can be very pleasing for investors. The quality of the personnel and of the people that you find in these countries in terms of training and education are extremely good, and that's why more and more businesses are opening in these countries.
We have been investors in the Southeastern European markets since 2005. We know them quite well, and we have enjoyed the upside that the markets have enjoyed during the last 15 years. We still have a very positive outlook of these markets for the same reason that we came here in the first place. The Central European and Southeastern European markets continue to benefit from region-specific and country-specific positive macro and other factors. In terms of macro, we expect them to grow at an average GDP rate that exceeds that of other Western countries. They have grown by 115% in the last 15 years, since 2004, and McKinsey expects the region to grow by another 200 billion by 2025. Since 2004, they have closed the gap to Western European countries, which started at 60% and it dropped to 31%. And they continue to grow at an average rate of more than 3 times of Western countries.
We're seeing consumers going to stores, we're seeing increased business and consumer confidence, and you just have to look at the Euro 2020 football championship to see that things are more active in the region. It is true that we're seeing a cyclical recovery across the whole world, but what is more exciting about CE are the secular growth recovery that we're seeing from 2022 and beyond. We believe that CE will outperform the rest of the world for the coming years, and it's driven by a few factors. The first point is that CE is strategically located close to the border of Germany, which is a large manufacturing hub. But it's also the bridge between highly productive Asian economies and rich Western European economies. The second factor is that CE has a highly educated yet relatively cheap labor force. And this means we build warehouses cheaper, we run shopping centers cheaper, and people are able to get more value from a highly educated workforce than we see in Western Europe. The third point talks to how CE is rapidly changing and diversifying the economy. Historically, CE was predominantly a manufacturing hub with the auto sector dominating the region. These days we're seeing a lot more services and tech-related industries, and this is becoming more exciting for the long-term growth of the region. The fourth factor is the rising local consumption. We're seeing consumption demand increase by over 5% in the region, and this compares to lower growth in South Africa, which is normalizing back down to below 2% by 2022.
Going forward, I truly see growth coming in the next 2 years from all the areas of real estate, especially since the very recent evolution of the construction prices. So I believe that the good products available on the market will definitely have an advantage because of this impact in the construction prices. But to be more specific, I truly believe that the retail sector in general will witness the highest growth. And out of this, the retail parks. These parks have proven to be a very good investment, especially during the COVID times where you had to obey certain restrictions, but also they are a very resilient crisis investment as they focus on quite lower rents, big traffic numbers, and mainly discounters. So they are very attractive for the larger population. So I believe that we will witness the highest growth in this field.
So overall, yes, we're very positive on Southeastern and Central European real estate. Some segments are more attractive than others. Logistics, for example, have had a really good run. Residential remains very attractive. At the same time, I think the overall real estate market has very positive fundamentals, good value and good yields, and we can get involved further over the next 5 to 10 years.
So overall, very positive outlook, and yeah, logistics is the theme right now going forward. Central Europe will grow, and the market being small before, being small in terms of stock, is growing, and that's going to stabilize the market from the supply-demand shocks, and also should influence positively rental values over a longer period of time.